Hello, and welcome to House of Cards. Today, we will be discussing one of life's most amazing and challenging relationships, that'd be the marriage relationships, in terms of the Midwest's favorite game, euchre. Today's lesson will be broken up into two parts. The first part will focus on being able to identify what an ideal marriage looks like, and the second part is going to be more application-based as we look at what an ideal marriage looks like in a euchre game. Believe it or not, identifying a great marriage is a lot like identifying a good hand in euchre. There are 5 important things for each to consider, and so I'm going to teach you about marriage using some euchre. So, the first important thing in an ideal marriage is love. And love reminds me a lot of trump in euchre. In the same way that love is incredibly important and without it a marriage will fail, it's the same way that this hand in euchre, if this is not trump, this is not a good hand. But if this is trump, this is the best hand in the game. So love is trump. The second important aspect of an ideal marriage is respect. And respect reminds me a lot of the right and left bower. See, the right and left bower are the two most powerful cards if this is called trump. And as you can see, hearts is turned up. So these cards are going to be the most powerful cards in the hand. But it's not enough. I need to win 3 of these in order to get a point. And in the same way, respect is incredibly important in marriage. It's so powerful. It's not enough for you to have an ideal marriage, but it gets you really close than if you did not have that respect. The third important aspect of an ideal marriage is understanding. Now, understanding reminds me a lot of the offsuit in euchre. So again, as you can see, hearts is going to be trump. And I don't have any hearts. And I also don't have a lot of high value cards as I have 2 9s and a 10. 2 9s and a 10, but I do have 2 aces. Now, if I'm smart and if I understand the game, I can play these cards at the right time and win my team points. And it's the same way in marriage. You have to understand how to use your aces at the right time in order to help your marriage grow. The fourth important aspect of an ideal marriage is trust. Now, trust reminds me a lot of short suiting yourself in euchre. Now, to explain really what short suiting is, so obviously there are different suits in your hand, and short suiting is getting less suits in your hand. And so I want to pick this up because I have a really good hand for clubs, but it means I have to get rid of a card. And the wise thing, the thing to do, is to actually get rid of this king, which is more valuable, but it'll be beneficial more later on. And it seems really counterintuitive, but I need to trust my partner and also trust the process of the game. In the same way, you need to trust your spouse if you're going to have an ideal marriage. The last important aspect of an ideal marriage is faith. And this coincides with the euchre term, partner help. And that's where you can always trust on your partner. You can usually at least trust on your partner to get one. And so as we play out this last hand of a tie game, 2-2, whoever gets this wins the game. And so I lead with a 9 of diamonds, which is not good, but it's all that I have left. So this is my opponent. They play a queen of clubs, which is not trump, so it doesn't really matter. And then I'm worried, and then my partner here has the ace of diamonds, which right now is winning. And let's see if we win or lose the game. We win the game. This is partner help. And in the same way, you have to have faith in your spouse that when it comes down to the wire, they're going to be there for you. Now that we just finished going over what makes an ideal marriage, let's look at more what some of those characteristics are. And I invited some friends over so that we could see that in action in a classic game of euchre. Now let's get some applications. So let's play some euchre to see what this looks like in real life. So I just dealt, and so it'd be to decide.
Pass. I'll ask you to pick it up.
Pick it up? All right, let's go. Let's go, Jack. Your lead. It's a euchre, Jack. What are you doing?
I mean, I don't know. I had all red, but I just felt like good about that one.
Conflict management is key to a great marriage.
Well, it looks like I lead. Seriously? You don't have a heart?
Oh
my goodness.
My bad.
You're killing me.
Just like you have to follow suit, it's important for wives to submit to their husbands.
Pick it up, but partner's best.
It's also important for husbands to love their wives as Christ loved the church and gave his life up for them. Or his best card. I'll pass.
Pick it up.
Alright, guess it's my lead. You good? It's yours. Got one of those. No, wait. Yes. Oh, shit. Hey, there you go. You know what? Way to get this stopped. Gosh, it's so good to. I'm so happy you guys made the time to play euchre with me on such a busy day.
Yeah.
It's important for couples to spend time together. Let's see what we got. Oh, it's diamond.
Pass.
Pick it up, and I'm going alone.
Oh, okay. Well, all right. Best of luck to you.
Lead, Josiah. Okay, I think we'll go with this. You know, hopefully I don't get taken here. Yeah, didn't think so.
Man, way to go! You know, crazy. I was gonna go alone in spades, but you know what? I'm glad you had the courage to do it. It's important that both partners are confident in who they are as individuals.
Yeah, pick it up, man.
Let's go. Let's go, Jack. Almost there.
Let's see where we go.
We got it. Yours. Yeah, good work.
Good work.
Good work. In the
All right,
barn.
one more,
Almost
one
there.
more.
Let's
Hey,
go.
it's
Let's
okay.
go. Let's go. What are you doing?
Hey, at least we got this stuff.
Yeah, we can pick it.
Yeah, we got
We
this.
got it. We got it.
Good stuff.
Positivity is key in marriage. I hope you enjoyed that little game of euchre. I know I did. Now let's interview our players and see what they learned and any ideas they have on how they can improve those behaviors.
Alright guys, we were just playing euchre, so what are some ways that we can improve conflict management, not only in euchre, but in marriage?
I think it's really important for me to be a lot more compassionate when the other makes a mistake.
Yeah, I feel like being able to step into somebody else's shoes to kind of see the world from their point of view can definitely make me just a lot better at trying to manage some of the conflicts we have together.
I think that'd be helpful.
Thanks guys.
Thank you.
Alright, Mr. and Mrs., my question for you is, how can we improve your relationship by, one, ma'am, better submitting to your husband?
Well, I think it takes a lot of practice and humility to do something like that, so we have to be very careful to do those things, and also it requires a lot of prayer to make sure that we're really seeking the Lord and how to do that best.
Absolutely. And sir, what are some ways you can better love your wife in marriage?
Yeah, I think it's really important to just practice, being sacrificial and putting the other person first. Not really focusing on yourself, but just having that humility and really praying through how to put your significant other first.
Awesome, thank you guys. Alright guys, my question to you is, how can we improve our confidence in a marriage relationship?
Well, I really actually think, it definitely has a bit to do with giving the other person some space. You are married, you are one flesh, that whole idea, but you can get caught up in that sometimes. And there needs to be some of that separation to have some of your own space, have some of your own hobbies, and yet not enough separation that you guys start pulling away. It's a fine line there.
Awesome, thank you. My question for you both is, what are some ways to encourage your spouse in marriage?
Yeah, I think there's a lot of different ways, but I think one of the big ones is to just be continually just encouraging every day, making it almost habit to just always be encouraging and staying positive about things, not nitpicking on the little things, the negative things, but trying to stay positive and continually encouraging.
Absolutely, thank you.
Wow, I hope you found their advice as helpful as I did. Anyway, I want to thank you all for taking the time to watch this video, learning more about marriage through euchre. Make sure to tune in next week where we teach you about the stock market using blackjack.